Sin Fronteras, Western New York.
This is for you, mis hermanas y hermanos.
Where you can voice your thoughts on how we live, work, and play in Western New York.
Buffalo is in a renaissance, and Latinos are a huge part of our city's growth.
We want to hear your voice.
Llámame 837-1112.
Or hit us up on Facebook 24/7, 7 days a week. Talk with Samantha and Michelle, Sin Fronteras, Western New York, every Friday at 1 on WUFO 1080 AM.
Huepa!
Presented by the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York, dedicated to preserving the history of Hispanics in Western New York for future generations. Sponsored by Goya. Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. You're listening to Sin Fronteras, Western New York at 1. Good afternoon, I'm Samantha Martinez.
And I'm Michelle Agosto.
Today we'll talk to Lucy Candelario, the Executive Director of the Belle Center, and how her key efforts in the community has served as Puerto Rican relief efforts in Buffalo.
And Sin Fronteras, Western New York will bring you the latest events happening in our community this weekend.
And a month after Hurricane Maria slammed in Puerto Rico, many are drinking from a contaminated water source. A total of 10 people have come down with a suspected case of leptospirosis, a disease caused by water contaminated with urine of animals. 2 have died from the disease. The total death toll from Hurricane Maria is 48. And now, el gran combo de Puerto Rico, mi isla. Sin Fronteras, Western New York at 1 starts right now. Sin Fronteras, Western New York is brought to you by our sponsor, Goya Foods. Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. The time is 1:05. Sin Fronteras, West New York is bringing you continuing coverage of the aftermath in Puerto Rico. The people of Puerto Rico are desperate. Some are drinking water pumped from a hazardous waste site. A month after Maria slammed the U.S. territory, 35% of residents still don't have safe drinking water. Officials say a utility water distributor brought water from a well from the Dorado groundwater contamination site. The site was listed in 2016 as part of the federal Superfund program for hazardous waste cleanup. It is not yet clear if there's a risk to the public from the well's water. The local water utility says they didn't know the well was a Superfund site. The EPA says they will start testing the water. And the electricity is still out in a huge part of the island. The governor of Puerto Rico says he plans to restore 95% of the power by the end of the year. Some call conditions nothing short of apocalyptic, and yet the plan for recovery remains as murky as the filthy water some residents have scooped up to drink. Let's take a look at the numbers. 3.4 million Americans call Puerto Rico home. 1/3 of the population is still without clean water. 81% of the island is without electricity. 90% of the homes are damaged. 48 confirmed deaths. And damages caused by Hurricane Maria are estimated at $95 billion. The power crisis in Puerto Rico may be an opportunity for new technology. Big tech companies like Cisco Systems, Facebook, Google, and Telsa are in talks to build a new infrastructure on the island. Telsa says they are planning to install solar panels, and Google has proposed launching balloons over the island to bring Wi-Fi service to hard-to-reach places. Locally, dozens of Latin American organizations have teamed up shortly after Maria made landfall on September 20th. The Belle Center has become a focal point in the community as a main drop-off site for donations. The Hurricane Maria donation drive has collected tons of food, 8,300 gallons of water, 28,000 paper products, and $73,000. The donations were then moved to the Connecticut Armory for shipment to Puerto Rico. The executive director of the Belle Center, Lucy Candelario, says supplies can still be brought to the Armory through September 20th, and checks can be made out to the Belle Center with a line item saying Hurricane Maria relief. Coming up next, we'll talk to Lucy Candelario, the executive director of the Belle Center, and how her key efforts in the community has served as Puerto Rican relief in Buffalo. And now a message from our sponsors.
Tito, no es correcto que hagas después de tomar tu néctar Goya. Marita, niña, Benito.
Los néctares Goya son ricos, naturales y nutritivos, con más frutas que los demás. Tamarindo, pera, mango y muchos más. Saboréalos y un de tu boca surgirá. Néctares Goya, más fruta, más sabor.
Goya tiene que ser bueno.
And now we are back with Lucy Candelario, who is the executive director of the Belle Center, and who has been, in many ways, the matriarch of Buffalo's and Western New York's Puerto Rican relief efforts. And I say this because you and your organization really became the epicenter for the collections, the donations, the volunteer recruitment, so much more. So Lucy, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
And if anyone wants to talk to Lucy, ask questions about how they can help, you can reach us at Power 96.5 Mix 1080 AM at 837-1112. So Lucy, can you talk a little bit about how all of this came to be? How did you become so involved in this incredible effort?
It was very easy. My boss told me I had to. No, just kidding. I attended the first meeting that was at the Olivencia Center, where there was literally raw emotions from everyone because it was in the anticipation of the storm or the hurricane. And my boss, Oswaldo Mestri, was at the table with all of the elected officials and community leaders, and he gave me a sort of a nod asking Lucy, is it okay for the Belle? I said absolutely, when he mentioned it to the public that we will be taking a large part of it.
That's amazing. So it's been about a month now, hasn't it, since that awful day. Can you tell us the progress from that initial meeting that you had? Because I know it was really just grassroots, let's get it together, to this highly organized relief effort.
Yeah, it's amazing to see everybody in action. I mean, everybody within the community just took a leadership role and just rolled up their sleeves and did what had to be done. Again, the Belle Center was the epicenter of the whole operation, but I do not and will not take complete credit for anything. It was our leaders such as Kaz Rodriguez, Chito Olivencia, Oswaldo Mestri, and all the others, Wilmer, that took a leadership role and, again, rolled up their sleeves and worked very hard at getting the things done, collecting the food items, collecting the water, making contacts with the different corporate sponsors, and here we are today with 7 tons of food and over 8,000 gallons of water and $73,000 worth of money.
That's amazing.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So the community, after September 20th, we all came together, all these community leaders came together to put their minds together and just, how can we help our people of Puerto Rico? But the Belle Center literally has become this focal point, the destination from Buffalo to Puerto Rico.
Right.
How does that feel to be a part of that and be leading that at the Belle Center?
It feels pretty awesome. We all know that the large part of the Hispanic community is on the Lower West Side. So the Belle Center taking a key role in receiving all the goods and services that are being delivered is next to amazing. Literally, I mean, you get overwhelmed when you see the amount of people coming in with 1 bag here, 2 bags there, and then you get even more amazed when you see the dollar amounts and thousands coming in. But we still need more, and that's why, again, we're focusing our efforts on Telethon and other events throughout the month of October, to earn more money and move forward.
So on that note, what is next? What do you have any? What are ideas? What are some brainstorming ideas that we have for November to keep it going, the momentum?
Well, right now we're concentrating our efforts on the telethon, which is going to be held on Monday the 23rd. We're trying to raise money, so I'm not sure if I can plug in Channel 7 right now, but Channel 7 is the one who's hosting and sponsoring the telethon between the hours of 4 and 8 in the evening, so I would encourage everyone to please check us out then. And then there's going to be other efforts like a Zumbathon and different events that the community is trying to put together. Right now it's still brainstorming, but those are the two main focal events that are going to be happening.
So how can people from the community, the average person, how can they get involved?
I would just encourage them to reach out to the Belle Center, call us up, and we'll give them all the information that we have on any of the events that are being planned as of today. Our number is 845-0485, and we'll give them all detailed information as much as possible.
Can you say that number again, Lucy?
It's 845-0485, the Belle Center.
So I have a question about the telethon, because that's amazing to me that we've gotten to this place where there's so many people, so many caring people in Western New York that want to do something. And the telethon is really a commitment from Channel 7. There's 4 hours of dedicated, requests from our local community and beyond. So do you have goals? Is there a goal that we're trying to reach for the telethon?
If we could double the dollar amount easily, it would be the first goal,
Double the 73,000?
I would say.
Ooh,
right
that's
off the
awesome.
bat.
Let's do it, people.
If I can put out a challenge to other corporations to, try to double that dollar amount, it would be good. It's not an easy task, but I think we can do it.
Yes.
I mean, Buffalo is known for being a very caring and giving community.
City of good neighbors, right?
City of good neighbors. So I'm reaching out to all those neighbors and, dig down deep and donate.
And it could be as small as $5 to
As
big
much.
money people out there.
Exactly.
Sharing the wealth.
Everything adds up. I mean, we collected tons and tons of food, and I remember when I came to the Belle Center to donate, I just saw, the average person bringing in their little bolsitas of cereal, whatever they could, but they brought what they could, and those little items just add up.
Yes.
Exactly. It's very heartwarming when you see a 5-year-old walking in with a piggy bank,
Yes.
and saying,
Oh, that gave me chills.
Exactly.
That's
And
amazing.
I want to donate because I want to help my grandmother or my cousins, live in Puerto Rico, and I want to help out. It's just, it's very heartwarming and brings me to tears.
Yes.
It really does.
Now, do you have family in Puerto Rico?
I do. I have aunts, cousins. Fortunately, they're okay.
Right.
My one cousin's literally his house blew away. I mean, it's gone. But he's still there. So that's what matters.
Yeah,
Houses can be
absolutely.
rebuilt.
Yes.
Lives can't be replaced
Absolutely. And they're together, which
Absolutely. Yeah,
which
they're
is
together.
important. Yeah, so what else? I know we're getting close to the end, but what else does the Belle Center do? I know that this is a focal point right now, but I know Belle Center has all sorts of things that they offer the community. Maybe you'd like to share some of that with us.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
We literally take our children from cradle to career. That's our model. We receive infants, and I think our oldest is 96 years old.
Oh.
So whatever you think a community center does, we do. But we pride ourselves in our youth programs. We have different programs like educational, recreational, workforce investments, all types of programs at the Belle. We have our senior program. We pride ourselves in having a great 56,000 square foot facility of fun, which I like to say, semi-Olympic size pool. We have a cardio room, yeah, weight room, full-size gym, full-size court in the back. We try to link with other service providers where we can't provide the service. We collaborate very well. Perfect example is with Willie Hutch-Jones Sports Program.
Yeah.
We have a full-size pool. They have the lifeguards, the instructors, so we partner, especially in the summertime, to teach free swimming classes to kids and adults.
Excellent.
So we have a variety of programs that we're quite proud of.
There's a lot of action in that place. I remember meeting Samantha over there and just seeing just excitement. You talk about energy, it's like excitement and the kids.
There's always something going on at the Belle Center.
And it's like
Never
really
quiet
awesome.
moment.
It's like, it's wonderful. It's like this high energy, positive, safe place.
Exactly. It's
and it's wonderful.
It's like the kids say, it's always popping.
Yeah, it's always popping. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine our community not having such a place like the Belle Center.
Thank you.
And we are so blessed to have you be there, the matriarch at the Belle Center.
Thank you for that. We try.
So what are some things that people may not know that the Belle Center does? Like, I know we do ESL programs there as well.
Exactly. We partner with the Buffalo Board of Education. They come in every day to provide ESL classes. Another thing that you may not know about the Belle Center is that on any given day, there's at least 26 different dialects spoken.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So it is amazing. We have a food pantry. There's a lot of activity going on that I can't even think about right now, but there is a lot of things that are going on.
Is that 24/7? Is it open 7 days a week?
No, it's only open 5 days a week from
Okay.
6 in the morning to 9 at night.
Okay.
A big thing that I'm forgetting to mention is our child care program. We actually are licensed child care providers. So we have our infants to 4-year-olds in one section, and we're at capacity right now. And we also have the after-school program, or which I like to call the out-of-school time program,
Right.
for the 12 and up, 5 and up, actually. And then there's the evening program where the teenagers come in and do their thing and either play in the game room, play basketball, volleyball, whatever.
Right.
So we're big also on recreation. And another thing that I would like to mention is that we're currently acquiring, I probably shouldn't say this on air, but because it's not official, but it's designated for us, the old Clemente Center. We're acquiring that to expand our
Great
child care
stuff.
program and to also add in workforce investment, because that's one of the needs the community
Yes.
identified as being needed down on the lower, and we very much agree with them, so we're going to expand our programming into that.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was going to ask you, because it does seem like it's busting out. I mean, there's lots of people and there are lots of programming, and it would seem that you would need an off-site or some sort of hub to kind of continue that work.
Right.
So,
and exactly when you're doing well, others want to join in.
Yes.
And we're also leasing space to like Planned Parenthood. G-Bond was in our facility there for a while. So where there's always people wanting to collaborate, and we welcome them.
that's wonderful.
So if you're a parent who has a child in middle school, high school, how can you get them enrolled in after-school activities?
They either call the center or visit us at any time, speak to the director of youth programs. There's a lot of activity going on, so they can offer other things like Afro-Caribbean dance and music. There's always different programs going on that it doesn't necessarily have to be the child care, but just any recreational type program that they may want to participate in as well.
And is there a cost?
There's no cost. Well, there's cost for child care, but there's no cost for the programs.
That's amazing.
Wow, that is amazing.
It is.
No cost for after-school programs.
No, there's cost for childcare.
Childcare.
But for example, if they're just going to come in to play basketball or do things like that, there's no cost for the evening programs. No.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Well, Lucy, we really appreciate you coming out here and talking about the Belle Center. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Just remember the hurricane efforts. Please watch the telethon and give.
Can you give that number one more time?
Belle's number is 845-0485.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for joining us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. When we come back, Sin Fronteras, Western New York, we're bringing you the latest of events happening this weekend. And now a word from our sponsor. I told you you would do something.
Tiene que ser bueno.
You're a wepa girl.
3, 2, 1. We're back.
Okay, and now for our WEPA events for this coming weekend. There are free book arts classes right in the heart of Buffalo's Fruit Belt community at Locust Street Arts, which will be taught by the good people at Winnieback from September 29th through November 24th. Again, they're free. If you always wanted to learn about origami, hand-stitched bookmaking, printmaking, go to Locust Street Arts at 138 Locust Street. Classes are drop-in, recommended for ages 5 and up, and adults are definitely welcome to attend too. No pre-registration. And for more information, you want to send an email to info@WNYBookArts.org or call 348-1430. There is a Buying Land in the City of Buffalo informational workshop this Saturday, October 21st at 5 o'clock p.m. last through 7 at Rock's Solidarity Community Space located at 322 Amherst Street. Gentrification is a real issue and many people do not know how to combat it. Ownership is one of the best ways to do this. If you're interested in attending the City of Buffalo's October property auction, it's coming up at the end of this month, but you're not sure about the ins and outs of buying property, this workshop is for you. So for more information, look up on Facebook under events, Buying Land, City of Buffalo Informational Workshop, and sign up. One of my newly discovered favorite bands in Buffalo, Ransom, spelled RNSM, will be playing at Aroma on Bryant this Saturday, October 21st from 10:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. So if you're a late owl, this is perfect for you. They will play all of your favorite songs in a new and very cool way. I love them, so support them. They're local, they're a great band, don't miss it. And lastly, if you want to get inspired and get empowered, Dr. Mark Lamont Hill is coming, presented by Open Buffalo, this Thursday, October 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Bennett High School, 2885 Main Street. Dr. Mark Lamont Hill is a nationally renowned thought leader, activist, and expert on combating systemic injustice and creating opportunities for challenged communities. He is also the author of the New York Times bestseller, Nobody: Casualties of America's War on the Vulnerable from Ferguson to Flint and Beyond. This Open Buffalo's second annual Justice and Opportunity Series, and they hope that Dr. Hill's visit will inspire empowering community conversation. The event is free, open to the public, but you have to RSVP, and you want to do that on Facebook or go to Eventbrite to reserve your free tickets. And those are our WIPA community events. Lots of good stuff in Buffalo.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Which one should I go to first?
Well, if you want to party, go to Ransom. If you want to be, social justice, you got Dr. Lamont, and if you want to buy property, and all the things that comes along with it, you probably want to go to that workshop. So there's all sorts of incredible informational stuff going on, plus a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe we should go to the party one, you and I.
Yeah, I like partying. So what else is going on with you, Samantha?
Well,
We have a guest here who's really quiet. You might as well introduce her. We have a couple of minutes. Who's this?
we do have 2 minutes. We're going to put her on their spot. This is Maria Jose. I met her, was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes, it was 2 weeks ago.
I spoke at Buff State and talked about journalism and being a Latina, the story behind the story as a journalist. And I met her there.
Oh, how nice.
And she wants to be a journalist as well.
How exciting.
That's right.
Do you want to talk about why you're inspired to be a journalist?
Yes. So everything started when I participated in a beauty pageant back in New York City. I was the queen of the parade, the Colombian parade.
Okay.
I'm Colombian. I was born and raised in Colombia. And I got the chance to meet a lot of people throughout my experience as a queen, I'll say that. And I met a few journalists, I met a few reporters, and it really inspired me how they put our culture and our Hispanic community out to the world. Mm-hmm. And me as a young Latina, and I'm proud of being Colombian, I'm proud of being Hispanic, I want to show the world that we're much more than just the girls with the nice curves, the girls with the nice hair, the people that know how to cook. There is so much more
I don't know how to
to
cook.
that.
I don't know how to cook. I always say that. That's right.
Yes, we're all so smart.
Yeah, we're way more than that. We have a lot of power, and I want to show that to the world. That we could do much more than
Isn't
that.
she great? This is why I kidnapped her.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's it. Use your voice to share the
Yeah.
progress of Latina women and Latinos in general. That's
Yes.
how to do it.
She's also part of the student association at Buff State.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm community service chair of Adelante Estudiantes Latinos at Buffalo State College.
Good.
Yes.
You rock it, girl.
Yes.
You do what you
Yes.
gotta do.
So I've taken her under my wing.
Excellent.
She's got a
Excellent.
bright
Thank
future
you.
ahead of her.
We'll see her a lot, I'm sure. Okay.
If you can just do a quick plug for your upcoming event with Puerto Rico.
Yes. So I have a fashion design background, and I'm throwing a little collection with my friend called Juaner Manzanillo. And our collection, 50% of our profit is going to be donated to Puerto Rico. The event is going to be on November 3rd or 4th. I'm not sure. We're going to have a vendor's evening. And yeah, 50% of our profit will be donated to Puerto Rico. And as well, we're also having an event on November 10th. And we're going to collect donations, either clothes, water, hygiene stuff, to donate to Puerto Rico as well.
Wonderful.
That's great. And where is that going to be?
That's going to be in Buffalo State College.
Buffalo State College. And you'll have a Facebook page?
We have an Instagram page. It's called BSC_AL.
Okay.
And we'll keep you guys updated.
Yes,
on
and
that.
if you could do Facebook, that'd be awesome.
Definitely.
We'll post it on our
Oh,
Facebook
yeah,
page.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Got to connect it. All right, thank you so much for
No problem. Thank you,
on the
guys.
spot too. You did good, journalist. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for Sin Fronteras Western New York every Friday at 1. Remember, you can always catch Sin Fronteras Western New York online on our Facebook page whenever you want, all the time, 24/7.
And we would like to close our day today with Almost Like Praying, a beautiful song written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and performed by many of our favorite Latino artists. It's an awesome collaboration and honors Puerto Rico in the most beautiful way. Thank you all for listening in. Adios and gracias.
Ciao. I haven't had time for you.
Wow.
You did a great job.
Is it playing? Are we playing? I'm not leaving until I hear it.
This is Raquel from Pretty Girls on the Rock.
¿Qué pasó?
He's gonna play. There we go. It ends up every once in a while.
That's good. We ended perfectly on time. He has enough time to play that song, give it
Okay.
enough dedication.
They're using this at Telethon
Oh, okay.
as a backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's a beautiful song. Makes you cry. Like, oh, there's so much emotion in this song.
So thank you. Another successful show. Let me fix my hair. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye, Miss Lucy.
Bye-bye.
You get props. All right. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Oh, Kevin.
You always forget.
Thank you. Bye.
Say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. It's almost like praying. It's almost like praying. It's almost like praying. It's almost like Cabo Rojo, Corozal, Naguabo, Guaynabo, San Lorenzo y San Germán, San Sebastián y mi viejo San Juan, Isabela, Maricao, Fajardo, Dorado, Hormiguero, Sumacao, Luquillo, Atillo, Vega Baja, Toa Alta, Toa Baja, Mayagüez, otra vez, Aguadilla, Quebradilla, Guayanilla, Juanadía, y Calle. It's almost like praying. It's almost like praying. It's almost like
Arecibo, Guanica, Culebra, Las Piedras.
Orocovis, Guayama, Gurabo, Maunabo, Aguas Buenas, Salinas, Río Grande, Sabana Grande, Yabucoa, Florida,
Peñuela, Santa Isabel.
Hay Naranjito, Barranquitas, Carolina, hay bonito Bayamón, Rincón, Barceloneta, La María, Comerío, Moca, Ponce, Manatí, así.
it's almost like praying.
Utuado, Aguada, las Juntas y Caguas.
Canóvanas, Cataño, Junco, Las Ayuyas.
Villalba, Arroyo, te amo.
La cuerda de Camuy, los baños de Coamo.
Trujillo Alto, Ceiba, Ciales, la isla de Vieques, el Grito de Lares.
Yauco,
Sidra,
Añasco,
Patillas,
Morovis, Loíza,